Hey everyone, today I want to show you how to fix a damaged succulent planter. I planted about 4 or 5 of these metal containers up this past summer. I sold them down at the nursery where I work, and a gal bought this one and took it home, and it's been doing really well and looking really pretty, but it got dropped. So she brought it back in so I could fix it for her, so I'm going to show you how I do it. This one originally had a sempervivum, which is a hen and chicks right here, and that one had to be thrown away because it was too in pieces. And there was a little sedum right here you can see that fell out, and it's kind of too far gone. I don't even think I'm going to use this in the revamp process, so let's set that one aside. And this is a euphorbia, and it looks like some of the root ball got damaged, but it should be okay. There are still some roots here that we're dealing with, so I'm just going to make sure to tamp soil in really tight around it. The aloe that's in here looks great. Nothing happened to that. There was no damaged leaves. It's still like nice and sturdy, so we're good to go there. So the first thing I'm going to do is place this euphorbia, because this is my second biggest plant in this arrangement, and I want to nest that one right down in here. Make a little hole, place it in there as straight as I can get it. I'm just going to take some soil that's already in the container. Because I just planted these up, I don't really even think I need to add a whole bunch of fresh soil. It's pretty fresh. I'm just going to tamp the soil like crazy around the root ball. Okay, so now that I have the soil tamped down really tightly as I can get it right now, I'm going to add my third succulent, which is this echeveria, really pretty rosette shape, and I want that to kind of fill in this space here. So take this out of the pot, and I actually already removed most of the soil from around the roots. Oh! That was not tamped in tight enough. It will be helpful too after I water this in, so the soil won't be so fluffy. It'll really help hold everything in. So, third succulent. Like I was saying, I removed most of the soil from around the root ball because I don't have a huge soil reservoir in this container, and I needed room. So this one's gonna go in there kind of like this. Right here, I kind of want it facing forward so you can see those really pretty colored leaves. Okay, so fourth succulent. I think I'm going to use this one, and I don't really know the variety name of this, so if anybody knows the variety name of this succulent right here, please let me know in the comments below. I really like the texture of this one and the color. I think it looks really pretty with these other 3 I've got already. So I'm going to just tuck these in the front. Have I ever told you how hard it is to plant from the back side of the container? That's kind of like the wild card in our container plantings that we do for videos, because I'm usually standing behind the container and I really never know what it looks like until I've got it done. It's a little bit scary for me. Also, another thing that's super helpful when I'm doing succulent containers like this is using greening pins. Because these things aren't rooted in together yet, these act just as little stakes that you can put in, like I'm going to put one in right around this echeveria root ball, and it'll just help hold it down a little bit better so they're not floppy and wanting to fall out of the container. Okay, and the second to last thing I'm going to do in this container is top dress the soil. And I'm going to use a little bit of Spanish moss. I do not like to have soil showing in containers, so I will use any type of moss or rocks or bark. Can't think of anything else, but yeah, one of those things. And what I do is, like for Spanish moss, because it's kind of willy-nilly to work with, it's hard to get like really little chunks of it, so I'll just kind of spread it out like that and start on one edge and just lift the plants up slightly, and then I'll hold on to the other part with this hand and then just help guide it underneath the leaves of the plant. And we'll do that all the way around, and I actually like to have a little bit hanging out. It looks more decorative to me. And this is all personal preference, so you can use whatever you want. This whole thing is personal preference. There'll be people who will not like the fact that oh, for heaven's sake, see? That's what happens. You pull on it too hard and then it just drags one of your succulents right out. Yeah, there will be people that will not like the fact that I've got so many succulents planted in this container, but it's personal preference. So like, you can do what you like and I will do what I like. Succulents are such fun plants though. They're so low maintenance and so easy to care for. They're like perfect for beginner gardeners and perfect for people with small spaces. They're just great plants. I really like to work with them, and I know a lot of you guys like to work with them too. Okay, now, so the very last thing I'm gonna do with this container is show you how I water them. That's probably the biggest question that I get. and I water with a large syringe, like the scary looking syringe. Makes it really easy to control where you put the water in the container as well as how much water you're giving the plants. This container does not have drainage, which is not ideal, but you can still make it happen, and this makes it easy. So you can put your syringe in here and direct just enough water to water the root balls, and that's all you need, is just a little tiny bit. So that is it. There's really not a whole lot to it. It's just getting your plants together and getting it done. So I hope that you guys learned something, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.